Alright, this took me a long time, but I'm just going to do a quick little preview of Advance Wars because I have a review coming, but I am really taking my time with this because I'm enjoying it so much, so I'm not going to be able to get it out before Tears of the Kingdom launches, which means that nobody's going to watch it, so that's why we're throwing out a preview right now. In case you didn't know, Advance Wars Reboot Camp is a new Switch game that is a remaster of the first and second Advance Wars games that came out on the Game Boy Advance. These games are something that I have heard a lot of positive things about, but I have never experienced them for myself. But dang, I'm honestly really enjoying them so far. Also, let's just take a second to acknowledge that the Metacritic score is higher than that of Redfall, and at least it's a finished game, so if you're gonna check out Redfall, you might as well check out Advance Wars. Make it sell well, you know? Nintendo's gonna give us more games, more variety, that's never a bad thing. The gameplay of Advance Wars is super interesting. I described it on stream as like a mix of Clash Royale, that mobile game, and Fire Emblem. It has the unit strategy of Fire Emblem, but also it's sort of a tower defense in that there are two ways to win every single battle. Either you take out all the enemies, or you capture the enemy tower. Now there's a bit more nuance with different troops you can send out, and different combat options. For example, you have regular troops, tanks, bigger tanks, and then there are these other tanks that take out flying enemies. Then you got those flying troops that consist of an attack helicopter, a fighter jet, and a transport, and then you even have water warfare and with all those different types of submarines and different ships. This makes combat a lot of fun and very versatile. As it is a strategy game, obviously it's turn-based, where you have a set way that you can move each unit, and within that you can attack enemies, and depending on the matchup, it will do a certain amount of damage. There are also missions where the entire point is to capture enemy bases, and that is also a ton of fun. It really mixes up the gameplay loop. I'm really enjoying this game because it feels like there is always something to do. For example, say I'm out of range of attacking an enemy. Okay, but right next to that is an unclaimed tower, so let me just claim that as my own, and then that troop still has something to do. And then once you claim all those bases, your units can retreat there and gain some health, and then you also make money off of them, which you can use to buy more units. The graphics of this remaster are also amazing, with some people thinking it's sort of polarizing that they took this toy-based approach, but I feel like it fits it so well because it makes the game sort of feel like a board game. Like, the way you can look down on it, and you can see the borders, and then you can, like, see the different spaces in between. It feels like you're moving pieces on a board game, and that's really, really charming in my opinion. And the game just looks really polished and well put together. It definitely gives Battleship vibes, and if you're commenting, oh, it's not Battleship, what are you saying? Come on, it gives Battleship vibes. Maybe it's not the same as Battleship, but the vibes, Battleship vibes, faux show. Also, real quick, if you're still here, you're obviously pretty committed to the video, so you might as well commit to that subscribe button. I also really love the story, and the banter between the different characters makes the game feel unbelievably charming. And the dialogue cutscenes are actually not like annoying, they're super fun to look at because the characters on the side are animated so well that it looks like they're talking, and it's just such a joy to see those animations, so every time they come up to talk, it's a good time. The music is also a banger, and literally this game has been such a positive experience that it's made me feel a lot better about stepping out of my gaming comfort zone a bit and experience something I never have before. I'm excited to continue playing this game and eventually beat it. There are a lot of hours of fun with this game, and you should definitely check it out if it looks at all interesting to you. It's also such a big deal that this game was made in the first place because Nintendo brought a franchise back from the dead, essentially. And it's just really, really exciting that they're doing that. It gives me hope for different franchises in the future. So it's always good to support stuff like this because that means that in the future, Nintendo will look at those numbers and be like, oh, Advance Wars did surprisingly well. Well, maybe let's try Golden Sun. You know? Stuff like that could always happen. Not saying it's going to, but it's just really, really awesome that we got it in the first place. And then there was that whole thing with the war and then it not coming out because of that, which obviously made sense at the time, but it was sad. And it was like, oh, are we never actually getting this game? Then the recent Nintendo Direct, it finally announced it and I was super hyped. Yo! No, this is actually really cool. Oh, that's actually really great. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely, yes. So I'm really hyped to play it again, and if you have any interest in this game, please, please, please check it out. Also, before you go, check out this video. It's a banger, it's a vibe, it's a good time. Did that rhyme?